Now, before the polls closed yesterday, we did a deep dive into the numbers here in the capital region as far as what happened with voter registrations over the past 4 years and specifically going into this election. And we found more than 50,000 new registered voters in the capital region for 2020 than there were in 2016. More than 40,000 of them were Democrats. You would think we might see a big blue wave like Biden had talked about, but once the votes were tallied, there was a different story to tell. And we're going to start in Saratoga County. You see the numbers from 2016 to 2020. So look at 2016. We have Democratic registered voters. We had 38,000. It jumped to 49,000 this year in 2020. So 11,000 new registered Democrats. For Republicans, it jumped less than 4,000 total here. But look at the winners. Trump both times. But the difference, despite the 11,000 additional Democratic voters, Trump increased his win last night over what he had in 2016, again, despite the 11,000 additional Democrats. Moving on from Saratoga County, we'll go to our next page. This is Rensselaer County now, in a similar story. 28,000 Democrats registered in 2016, up to 32,000 in 2020. So we're talking almost 5,000 more registered voters. The Republican registrations, they were somewhat flat, maybe a little less than 2,000 we're looking at there. Trump, again, the winner in both years. But despite the huge surge in Democratic registrations, we see almost twice as many in that margin that Trump wins by in Rensselaer County. What happened to all those additional Democratic voters? We're going to do one more for you right now, and we look at Albany County. Albany County is true blue. They were true blue in 2016, backing Hillary Clinton by a huge margin. 88,000 for Clinton registered voters in 2016 that were able to support her. 99,000 now in 2020 that were able to get behind Joe Biden. Again, an increase like we saw in Saratoga of 11,000 registered voters and a nominal increase in Republican registrations. Clinton, Biden, both the winners, but look what happened in the final margins here. 34,000 margin win for Clinton, and despite 11,000 more Democratic registered voters, a drop in the margin that Biden was able to win by. Now, we should keep in mind absentee ballots can change some of these numbers. The vast majority of counties and regions throughout New York State, were red last night. But the population centers ultimately kept the state blue. So maybe a win for Biden, but Democrats in the capital region have to be somewhat disappointed at the performance here.